Hey you all, jom dengar DNL The Podcast Together Dengar sound.
Perhatian. Pengumuman untuk semua geng-geng DNL dan bukan geng DNL. Mari sama-sama kita.
Ya, dengarlah podcast suka sangat mengupas. Bicara yang manis, mahuku yang panas. Kadang terkilas sampai tercakap lepas. Yang penting bukan kaki kuat kipas. DNL
Lina J
suka kupas. DNL
She's your girl.
memang panas. DNL kadang-kadang cakap lepas.
Jadi, kakak
Bukan kipas.
Mahal di dalam baris, berkata dalam pustaka. Jangan mudah terguring. Tindakan sengketa antara kita.
Dori. Aku Hans Hamid. Aku boleh buat yang gila-gila. Okay, selamat datang sekali lagi ke podcast DNL.
Okay guys, korang kena faham. Just let it run, it's okay.
Ini dah dari tadi pukul 3 guys.
Jangan bedek lah.
Pukul 7 dah baru realise belum rekod.
Tak sampai 5 minit kita rekod. Dah sampai aku, oh my god. Nanti korang akan nampak lah bloopers. Kalau last week aku ketahukan guest aku sebab dia tak on mic. Minggu ni hari minggu bodoh aku pula. Nasib baik Hans baru berbual pasal apa dia buat tau.
Tak, actually okay, jadi aku mencelah sikit Aku tadi bila aku tengok, kira aku sekarang dah ada podcast kan.
Dah pandai lah duk
Saya
kasta apa.
macam, asal tak ada merah?
Asal tak tegur aku?
Aku
Asal tak tegur?
nak cakap mungkin kau punya sistem lain.
Ni duk kasta sama.
Sama Aku mana tu.
Lepas tu bila dia tengah berbual dengan aku, korang tengok nanti bloopers. Aku dah oh my god.
Kau
Lepas
tak
tu,
rekod. Aku cakap apa ni? Cerita aku macam gila sangat ke? Tak
Okay guys, jadi welcome back to DNL The Podcast bersama kawan aku Hans Hamid yang tadi dia dah self intro.
Yes. Hi, hello guys.
Hi. Hans,
Yes.
kau dah lama tak keluar TV Hans?
Okay.
Jadi apa kau buat selama ni?
Okay, aku backtrack Rewind
Go.
Okay, so sebenarnya aku sekarang Alhamdulillah aku dapat my first variety program doing as a
Paranoid.
host.
Dah check.
Kau check dulu. Record aku host dalam rancangan Kaki Nyanyi where professional singers, they collab to do interesting challenges lah.
Oh nice.
Yeah. So aku dengan Yuslina Yusof dengan Azura Go, we are hosting this program lah.
Oh, kira kan selama ni kau tak keluar TV, tiba keluar dapat jadi main macam host
Yes.
Go big or go home lah kira
Go
kan.
big or go home. You buy my talent or you don't buy at all. Yeah.
Brother gua.
Yeah.
Okay. Jadi selain pada kau buat kat TV, because aku dah nampak kau dah kurang sikit keluar TV. What are you doing right now?
Aku sekarang dah full time. Aku ada full time career. Aku as a stunt performer.
Jackie Chan.
Bukan Jackie Chan, Hans Chan, Hans Lee,
Hanshan. Okay.
Jack, Hans semua aku. Sekira
Hans Chang, okay.
aku try to be that actually aku try to be that Malay macam TV
Representative.
personality yang ada qualified buat stunt. Aku lah sekarang. Nampak?
Jadi kepada producers di luar sana, jika anda ingin buat drama yang betul-betul ada fight scene ataupun macam stunt-stunt, inilah orangnya.
Tak payah buang-buang bajet korang. Panggil aku je. Korang ambil bajet extra kasih aku.
Certified.
Yeah, so
Bagus. That's a very good angle to take actually.
ya kan?
I've not heard of anyone who's like a
Tak ada.
certified.
Singapore tak ada. Aku Melayu lah.
Ini orangnya.
Ini ingat guys
Okay.
Hans Hamid nama aku cik.
Hans Chan. Okay. Jadi so to do this role, do you have to attend like, because I think it's a very risky job.
It's a very risky job. Actually,
Like there's a course or what?
yeah, so bila 3 months kita training tu,
3 months?
3 months kita training tu, diorang fly orang-orang daripada Hollywood. Pasal company aku actually from a Hollywood stunt team.
Oh wow, legitly Hollywood
Allegedly. They do movies like Avengers and things like that lah.
Kira kau dah level Hollywood dah?
Aku belum lah, tapi aku kira dah macam duduk tepi dia.
Dia kira bau-bau lah.
Kira macam dapat bau jadi
Okay,
lah.
jadi lah.
So aku 3 months course, aku belajar script read, proper American accent. Pasal bila aku datang,
Proper American accent?
so bila aku datang,
we gotta test him later.
So bila aku datang, aku macam baca script kan. Kau tu dorang tengok aku, dorang kau kepala saya.
Tak
Macam
faham.
gini. What is this guy talking about? Macam gitu lah. Cakap dia.
Oh, so that means there is even a class for proper enunciation.
Of course.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after that kita buat macam
Kau jangan terkejut lepas ni Englishnya drama pun approach kau
Kan?
Guys,
Please
you
lah,
go
guys.
for a proper enunciation class with this Hollywood people, you know.
Aku pun tak pernah pergi saya. Aku tak pernah berlakon dalam
Kita tahu lah pasal kadang-kadang bila kita pergi siapa dengan kau, kalau kau battle dengan aku dengan Syirah English, memang kau half past 6.
Yes, sekarang aku past 10. Aku confident lah aku rasa. Yeah,
Okay.
so swimming course, swimming test, fight test, fight checks and things like that lah. Macam-macam lah yang berlaku dalam pekerjaan baru aku ni
So
sekarang.
that's very interesting.
Interesting.
I see how it actually value adds your credibility
Correct.
as an actor.
Correct.
On like Suria channel itself.
Correct.
Jadi anda tunggu apa lagi? Certified ni yang ada credibility, ada certification.
Senang cakap apa tau?
Ini orangnya.
Package lah.
Aku suka guest yang tak tahu malu. Ya, jadi itu kriterianya kalau nak masuk DNL, kau kena jadi macam ni. You have to
Package.
sell yourself.
Betul lah.
Because I'm sure there are producers out there who go like, I didn't know Hans have this.
Yes.
Because you don't really sit with all of them and tell them, sekarang saya buat macam ni kak.
Correct.
Jadi you heard it first out
Yeah.
DNL. That's very nice. Okay. Jadi, okay, so 3 months kau cakap kau go for training and then they certify you. So selagi kau tak certify, selagi tu dia macam kena go on. Because it's safety what?
Yalah, selagi kau tak pass certain kriteria yang diorang perlukan, kau tak akan boleh buat show, kau tak akan boleh pass to the next things that you have to do lah. Dia ada checklist lah kira.
So kau, the current thing that you do, is it one specific role or they rotate you?
So bila aku start, aku ni ada satu role. So after a few months down the road, diorang tengok aku capable of taking like a lot of stunt role kan. So aku dapat upgrade. Dan after aku dapat upgrade lagi,
Dah level 3 pun sekarang?
bukan level 3, kira aku dapat jadi the main boss jahat lah. Babe, macam
Kira kau dah jadi Malik lah?
aku jadi Malik. English Malik.
Malik is back.
Then after that, aku sekarang ada training, tengah train untuk water skier.
Water what?
Water skier.
Apa tu?
Dia kira macam jahat. Dia macam berdiri atas tu 2 papan, kau kat belakang, kau kena launch. Kira tu a very very high risk punya role lah.
Stun. Okay. Dari something interesting that you said, part of kau punya training is also the English dialogue class.
Correct.
Macam tu. Say something. I want to judge you.
Okay, aku say some lines lah.
Okay, say some lines ah.
They call me Sage, I'm in charge. As long as you seek shelter here, you guys are under our protection. Macam gitu. Okay.
That is definitely from the course. Definitely from the course and from his work.
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole time that me and my sister know him, he never speaks like that.
Correct. Aku have to agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Lain. Aku pun actually
Ni dah bukan level Channel 5 lagi tau.
Habis?
Ni dah macam
HBO. Kira aku dah pergi
National
macam
Geographic mungkin.
Oh tak, kau tu monyet.
No, but that is very impressive. Like for the first time when he said it, like I did not really try to understand, but aku macam just blown away. Like yeah, it really sounds very Angmo.
Angmo kan. So bila aku dah
What's
gitu
your
show,
English name, son?
they call me Sage.
Sage.
Yeah.
Okay. Jadi kalau korang ke USS,
Correct.
korang akan nampak Hans is actually one of the characters there.
Waterworld.
Korang jangan macam be blown away thinking that ni semua mak saya tak. Antara mak Sali tu ada Mat Hans ni kat
Ada
sana.
Mamat Melayu ni kat
Mamat
sana.
Melayu yang patut kita banggakan.
Betul.
Yang pandai berbuat Inggeris sekarang. Dulu English dia
Rabak.
No good.
Yeah, no good.
Damn.
Kira
aku
aku-
actually blown away. Aku masih blown away tau.
Kira aku the first Malay deacon lah yang jahat ni. Macam jahat yang yelah yang
Watak orang jahat dalam
boss,
this tu.
first Malay.
So this is which part of USS again?
Waterworld.
Dia macam yang dia punya show tu, you have to come for the timing of the show. Kan? Separate,
Yes.
not a
Correct.
separate ticket, right? When
Tak
you
lah,
go to
dia
the
part of the USS lah.
So part of
datang.
USS, dia ada timing dia. Korang pergi catch. Akan nampak. Kalau tak nampak, korang pekik panggil nama dia.
Tapi aku in
Sage. Nama
character.
dia Sage.
Tu baik. Kalau jahat Deacon.
Deacon.
Yes.
Kalau jahat Deacon. Kalau baik Sage.
Sage.
So kalau panggil Sage mungkin akan lambai. Kalau Deacon macam jeling lah.
Kira macam
It's against me gitu.
yeah, get out of here.
Get out here. Okay, interesting. Okay, actually one of the other reasons why aku really wanted to have you
Yeah.
on this week's app, aku tak tahu whether kau dah nampak, but I think you would have seen it. Ada satu video viral yang di negara seberang.
Okay.
Ada satu pengat labu ni, dia berbual pasal so it's actually a stitch video whereby this lady was like saying dua-dua nak ada anak, tapi bila dah anak tu dah keluar, wife juga yang kena jaga anak. So he stitched the video by saying that pasal jaga anak, jaga rumah ni semua is a responsibility of a woman. Pada dia macam di luar tabi'i kalau lelaki jaga anak. Have you seen it?
I've seen the video. Aku almost comment tu video.
Kau nak comment in English ke macam mana?
Tak, aku nak komen dia. Kau ni apa tengah isap dada ke apa? Siapa hai ke
kan?
apa kan? Kau faham tak?
Adik-adik jauhilah dada. Dada tu tak bagus. Sebab kalau tak dia akan ada impact sebegitu.
Yeah.
But I want to know what's your take about it, because the reason why I have you here is because aku see kau as a very present father and as a husband juga. And if people don't know, Han doesn't have one kid, doesn't have two kids. How many kids do you have, Hans?
Aku Alhamdulillah syukur aku ada 7 anak.
He has 7 kids yang he tries to be present for all of them. So if you ask me, who else better to talk about this parenting thing than Hans, sebab yang pengat labu tu yang berbual, aku tak rasa pun dia ada anak sebenarnya. Jadi it's just empty blabbers. So apa pendapat kau tentang video tu, dan apa pendapat kau tentang lelaki yang rasa that pasal hal rumah tangga ni atau pasal anak-anak, leave it to the wife. Aku tahu, aku pergi kerja, aku balik, aku jadi stuntman dah, aku adakan duit. What do you feel about it?
Aku rasa first thing, okay, talking about that particular person right there. So bila dia macam gitu, aku punya orang macam gini, aku akan coding dia punya profile.
Yes.
Aku akan tengok dia punya profile.
Judge dia punya
Aku
content.
akan judge sampai ke bawah.
Correct.
So ada satu content tu aku nampak gambar, dia dukung 2 orang anak dia tau.
Dia ada anak? Oh, is it?
Dia dukung 2 anak dia. Dia cakap apa aku lupa, tapi dia cover muka anak dia.
Okay.
So dari situ aku cakap dia, apa kau cakap ni tak link saya.
Kan?
Kalau aku kurang ajar, aku akan screenshot ni benda, aku akan post dalam video kau, aku akan stitch balik benda ni.
Correct.
Ya, bagi aku macam, yelah macam ada orang, okay, bagi aku there are a lot of fathers right there, out there. Aku respect semua bapa-bapa kat luar sana.
Correct.
Be it you are in struggle, be it you are, happy, be it you are going through something, Tapi as a father, it takes a lot of effort. Dia macam amanah tau. Macam apa kau buat pun, apa-apa pun, father mesti ada dulu. Kau faham kan? So apa yang dia cakap tu macam bagi aku tak make sense. Pasal kalau kau nak ada anak, kau buat anak, kau mesti, okay, kalau ada yang tak plan lah kan. Tapi when you see a kid born, habis wife kau
Darah daging kau sendiri.
kau nangis, rasa dia sedih tau. Pasal ni Allah kasi aku tanggungjawab ni sia. Aku nak
That's
jaga.
mine.
Ya.
Literally mine.
And then memanglah engkau kena kerja, engkau kena cari rezeki, tapi tak sampai engkau macam abaikan anak-anak engkau. What he's trying to say that aku tak payahlah nak take care anak-anak aku. And aku
Because he quoted people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk,
Yeah.
which is not pretty relevant in our Muslim community, because a lot of people actually commented that if you are a good Muslim man, you would actually have quoted our Prophet, the way he treated his wife and everything, So so at that part bila dia kata sejak berapa tahun ni dah jadi macam benda luar tabi'i yang suami kena jaga anak. Apa yang luar tabi'i dia sangat?
That's the thing about social media sekarang. Kadang-kadang macam orang-orang macam dia, aku kesiankan pasal apa? Dia dah besar, dah boleh fikir, dah matang, but he's looking at someone macam these idols that he's looking at.
Correct.
If it's a good thing, aku ambil. Macam dia ni kaya pasal mungkin dia ada software punya thing. Aku nak saya belajar juga pasal software. Mungkin aku boleh kaya.
Intellectual lah.
But you don't take the bad thing macam dia tak ada anak, dia jadi successful. If he dah buat macam gitu, dia buat sendiri, tak payah nak post social media. He should be able to think that macam benda post macam ni makan jadi kemarahan je.
But there are some people also said that it seems to be the level sekarang macam dia dah sengaja buat benda ni just for attention.
Aku biasa lah. Aku have to say maybe because of that. Tapi bagi aku as a father engkau don't want to get bad attention.
You have to carry yourself better.
Yeah, of course. Pasal kita kira sekarang benda-benda kan, apa-apa kau buat benda salah ke, karut ke apa kat social media, orang mungkin boleh lupakan. Tapi once it's on the social media, you can just how the algorithm ada pusing-pusing. Nanti orang ni kau nampak. Kau nampak. Macam sekarang aku tak nampak video apa kau kongsikan ni. Kau kasi aku lagi 2 minggu, nanti mesti aku nampak. Mesti keluar kat aku punya screen.
And the fact that you are if let's say that person is a father, there's no such thing as there's a day break from you being a role model of your kids. Every day is a day that to create new memories with your child, and today another day of being a role model, a good role model, benda for your kids to learn.
Of course.
So there's no such thing as aku on social media aku lain persona.
Tak ada.
There's no such things, isn't it? So aku rasa that video had a lot of response, be it from our local macam kita punya local netizen, the Malaysian netizen. Ada yang sampai cakap this is exactly the reason why some women should just be single, because you should not settle for slums like that. Dan so talking about you being a present father, like we have 7 kids itself. So how do you ensure that kau give time almost equally to all of your kids? Pasal your eldest right now is 13?
13, Alhamdulillah. Dah
Correct.
baliau.
Dah apa?
Baliau.
So Mika is 13.
Mika is 13.
Then followed bawah Mika is about
12.
12. So that at that macam masuk teenagers.
Dia
so akan terasa tau bila bapak dia tak ada, ataupun bila bapak dia ada impact dan side effects on the kids, like they see you being present and all that. So with 7 kids, how do you ensure that you're present for all of them and their own macam little achievements?
Bagi aku apa tahu, kalau aku cakap diri aku seorang about father, aku rasa aku macam one sided lah. Pasal aku have a wife.
Yes.
And Erna is a very very dedicated full time housewife.
Mother, yeah.
And dia pun ada juga buat tanggungjawab dia sebagai seorang isteri dengan seorang ibu. Jadi aku firstly nak cakap thank you so much dengan dia. Pasal kalau aku tak ada dia, aku pun rasa wobble.
True.
Pasal aku nak kena try to manage. Macam aku macam aku kena kerja, aku kena cari rezeki.
Correct.
But at the same time bila aku patah balik, macam mana penat pun kan, aku rasa macam my kids are very important lah. Macam kadang-kadang aku kerja macam for the past few weeks maybe aku might be busy. But I always tell them that daddy's busy, but I promise you guys, whatever I do, nanti korang nampak lah dia punya happiness lah.
Correct,
Yeah.
I see, that's nice. So yeah, like I said, pasal macam, of course you need to have a solid partner,
Of
you
course,
know, to carry on the responsibilities, being husband and wife, being good parents to your kids and all that. And I like what you say pasal kau cakap macam kau punya kerja, yeah, of course you go out pergi cari rezeki and all that, but you come home feeling settled to know that your wife has done what she has done, like the best for the kids. So kau tak payah risau. Kau tahu that she has done, okay, but gini mesti Erna dah settle. Jadi I think how you do it probably during on your off days, kau macam take some roles away from her.
Yeah.
Because I would feel that she would need her me time too.
Yeah, correct. Actually aku tak payah tunggu off day. Macam kadang-kadang macam balik kerja, it can be late night and things like that, but some of my kids belum tidur, aku ambil diorang, aku pergi macam supermarket, aku jalan-jalan. Chen, this is
Supermarket
Apple.
tu, kau ajar anak kau kat supermarket apa?
Walaupun ada history macam barang-barang salah, tapi aku try to macam macam this is jelly, you see that one, you see that one, this one is kicap, the
It's
kicap.
not a matter of where you go, it's how you spend the time together.
Correct.
Kan?
Bagi aku duit tu kita boleh tak tepi. Pasal dengan duit tu kita boleh beli macam-macam. And bagi aku, kalau kita pakai duit untuk buat anak kita happy, boleh. Tapi kalau if we do that too much, macam asyik pakai duit beli ni, asyik bawa pergi playground, we tend to give them macam the lack of the attention of in sense of macam that bond. Kau faham tak? Kau faham? Pasal kita, kalau kita macam iPhone ambil, relax, daddy thank you so much.
Because dia buat benda dia sendiri apa?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. So selama ni, the fact that you, like I said, kau dulu masa kau tak kerja as a freelancer, of course I would say that you would have more time for your kids. You know, like maybe send them to school and everything. Now yang kau dah ada permanent job, and then kau ada like some days, like right now you're doing your shoots for like a new show. So when there are added roles like that, and the kids know that selalu masa gini daddy dah balik, kenapa hari ni tak ada, ataupun usually this day daddy off, kenapa daddy tak ada. So how do you make up to them? Is there like a day dedicated just for them, as in just for family, that you plan, or how do you do it?
Aku selalu kadang-kadang plan lah. Macam aku will request, macam I will take my leaves and things like that lah. Macam hari-hari yang aku rasa macam ni nak kena lah.
Especially school holidays gitu.
School holidays, macam aku nak kena plan lah. Macam aku suka keluar bawa anak-anak aku kadang-kadang on weekdays. Kalau school holiday kita bawa school on weekdays, so tak ada orang, tak ramai orang, you tend to spend more time dengan orang. Tapi kalau macam hari-hari kerja, aku tengok lah, macam example this week aku tight kan, then next week aku try to apply one off days on the weekday just to
make up lah.
to make up with everything lah.
Aku actually ada some questions from aku punya geng DNL, because I did share with them that you are coming. So ada 2 soalan yang aku rasa, which I think is a pretty good question. Okay, so one of the question here is this. A question for Hans, being a present dad, what can you say to other men, bracket those not so present ones, or what can you say to inspire or motivate them to be more involved in parenting? One thing for sure, if it's coming from ladies, they may think as it's a neck or burden, but coming from a man yourself, what, for example, ada father yang macam mungkin tak begitu aktif, what is your advice to them? Or maybe not say advice, because kalau kau kata advice, nanti orang macam faham je dia advice, but what can you share with them based on what you've been doing?
Yeah. So like I say, aku backtrack sikit macam all fathers out there, aku respect. Mungkin ada yang sakit.
Correct.
Okay, mungkin ada yang macam tak cukup, you know, diorang punya income,
Wow,
you know.
yeah.
There's a lot of things happening as a father. Tapi apa pun, bagi aku kan, macam how to motivate yourself, you know. You must always tell yourself lah, macam anak-anak ni, diorang macam cakap macam diorang membesar cepat tau. So some things that macam those little minor things kan yang kau miss kan, nanti kau rasa macam aku tak nampak saya dia punya ni. Macam sekarang aku have to be honest, aku kadang-kadang terlepas Dini punya soccer. Tapi orang cakap
Jadi your second son
second
was
one.
very much into soccer.
Yeah, so kadang-kadang orang cakap dia bagus. Aku kadang-kadang macam apa tau, macam aku tengok video je, aku tahu macam dia ni bagus lah. Macam
You wish you were there.
I wish I was there.
Yeah.
I wish I was there to see him. I wish I was there to be beside my wife, macam
Cheer him
support dia,
on.
things like that. But bagi aku macam engkau can give him the support lah, macam walaupun kau tak ada kat situ untuk anak-anak kau, tapi you can always call macam wife, Dini, congrats Dini, you are there, you know. Dia bukannya rugi masa pun kalau kau macam boss 5 minutes I want to call my wife. 5 minutes I want to talk to my kids. Give me 2 minutes I want to talk to my kid. You know, so whatever you guys do as a father, aku rasa kau kena ambil sedikit masa tu, walaupun macam mana kau busy pun, for your kids any point.
At any
Yeah,
point in time.
of course.
Okay. Next question. How has being a celebrity impacted your role as a husband or as a father?
It taught me a lot actually. It taught me a lot. I have to be honest.
Tapi ada impact ke tidak?
Of course, of
Okay,
course.
like what?
So before aku be celebrity before aku be artist aku
Kau artis
before aku be artist painting drawing career lah,
okay.
painting. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I know.
Tak lah.
Double meaning.
So bila aku before this industry, aku kira a father with no knowledge, tak tahu apa-apa.
Okay.
Aku ada anak aku. Aku kadang-kadang macam dulu aku kerja movers, aku tak tahu apa nak buat. So macam aku tak silver spoon lah. So macam kadang-kadang aku masih ingat tau, you know the joke where satu sardin satu bawang. Kau tahu kan pasal tu kan? You know the story about it?
Which one?
Dan macam Erna pernah post, dulu dia pernah beli satu sardin dengan
Yeah,
bawang.
yeah.
And satu,
Of course.
you know the story, right?
Okay, so the back story is that wife there will send him to supermarket to buy some stuff. Okay. Dan seperti mana kadang-kadang kalau we ask like even ourselves, like kita suruh whoever go to the supermarket to beli, orang suruh beli bawang, kau akan beli satu bawang ke? Kau akan beli satu kentang ke? Usually not, right?
Yeah.
But itu actually, ataupun sayur, kau beli like for example kacang panjang, kau beli berapa tangkai, tak kan? But itu specialty Hans Amit.
Yeah. Dan kerana tu dia jadi like macam kelakar tau. Tapi dia ada story behind tu.
Oh, is it?
Because I only left with $2 in my pocket.
Damn.
Yeah, I was left $2. Anak-anak aku lapar.
Ni sebelum masuk TV.
Belum. So anak aku lapar. So aku macam mana ni So I got $2. So I buy sardine. Aku beli macam satu bawang macam gitu. Terus aku cakap dia, auntie I owe you 70 cents more. Later next time got money I come.
Habis?
So kau tahu lah kedai-kedai bawah blok kan.
Yeah, okay.
So dari situ aku tell myself, what am I supposed to do to buat macam ni?
Masa tu kau ada berapa anak?
Aku masih dua.
Okay.
Yeah. So aku have the struggle lah. So aku
Yeah.
thinking aku got the talent tau.
Yeah.
But how can I do this to earn the money?
Correct.
So bila aku dah jadi macam in the industry, it brings a lot of impact. Macam aku remember my roots
Yeah.
Kau tahu tak, aku susah saya dulu.
Yes.
Aku kerja movers, aku dapat kerja 24 hours, aku dapat $70. Aku kena beli pampers anak aku, susu anak aku.
And those are expensive.
Of course.
Easily $70 boleh habis, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So aku really appreciate macam right now, you know, macam how to say, macam aku have this privilege right now. Kalau macam orang nak hantar aku makan, kalau aku betul-betul aku boleh charge.
Yeah.
Tapi aku tak, pasal aku faham apa diorang struggle.
Yeah.
So like macam aku ni semua amanah. So aku really take things very seriously pasal the money that I earn from all this production, dia bukan sikit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good money. So
Yeah.
it give me a lot of impact right now being myself. Yeah.
I really like that part of you because kau show the two differences of like how you're talking, because we talk about kau punya celebrity life, we
Yep.
talk about your stuntman life right now. Habis kau bring us back to the day kau jadi mover. So
Yep.
this just goes to say macam tak ada kerja yang dipandang rendah.
Correct,
Tak ada
correct.
kerja yang dipandang hina, because as a father, like what you showed me is that you just have to make it. You just have to make ends meet, because it's not about you anymore. It's not about your ego
Correct.
anymore. It's about your kids at the back waiting to have Pampers,
Yes,
milk,
yes.
and they're just depending on you. And that $2 bawang and sardine story, guys, I think that really hits hard. And maybe that's why aku rasa bila kau relate to sekarang, I take back tadi apa yang kau cakap. You said something along the line of kau tak nak biasakan anak kau dengan duit,
Correct.
because to you going to supermarket macam just spending time together, lari-lari sana dia nak beli ni, it's a good thing. Macam pada kau is a good quality time.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. So aku rasa this is also a very nice message to the fathers out there. It doesn't matter what you're doing right now. Tak, doesn't matter macam kau movers ke, kau Grab driver ke, in your child's eyes, you are still a freaking hero.
Correct.
Right,
I have to
right.
agree. Yes, 100%.
Dah. Aku kalau berbual gini, aku punya team selalu akan melalak kat belakang.
Biasalah.
Dia perkara biasa. And because why aku can resonate with that, like me and Shira kita grow up,
Yep.
like I think at the age of primary 1, 7, so Shira is 3 years younger than me kan. At the age of 7, aku dah kena jaga dia seorang kat rumah.
Yes.
Why? Because our dad sakit kan.
Yeah,
Our late dad memang, kita dah sakit. Dia dah sakit dah lama dah. Sakit buah pinggang. And then he has to walk taxi. Mak aku terpaksa ambil shift malam because why they pay more.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it's not a choice. Kau rasa ada ke mak bapak yang nak tinggalkan anak 7 tahun dengan 4 tahun kat rumah?
Of course not lah.
Of course not, right?
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do because that's just how your family works.
Correct.
And but for me as kids, as the 2 kids, aku rasa kita learn independence lah.
Yes.
Kita learn independence, kita learn to jangan buka pintu kalau
Yes.
strangers ketuk. There's things to learn. But at the same time, at a young age, kau dah instill things with like, mak aku kena kerja malam pasal bapak aku sakit. But tak apa, tomorrow morning mesti aku nampak bapak aku. So even though dia bawa taxi je ke apa, he was still our hero. So there's no
Correct.
such thing as kau malu bapak kau kerja Grab and everything. So I think the message to the heroes out there, just keep going because tak kisahlah kau buat kerja apa. Kat rumah tu, those little babies, kau macam mana, kau walaupun kau kerja kutip sampah ke apa, kau tetap hero dalam mata diorang.
Correct.
So aku rasa that's a good story whereby Hans tunjuk macam from humble beginnings to what he is right now, and then to think about like how he can use his talent to maybe upgrade himself. And
Correct.
alhamdulillah right now,
Yeah.
with the US thing and everything. So okay, pada pendapat kau ada nampak tak perbezaan anak-anak kau treat kau bila kau present dengan kau tak present? For example, maybe like you mix a match of Dinis, or maybe not even Dini, macam Iman. I think Iman, your daughter is also into soccer right now. She's going for trainings and everything. So like, do they macam show you macam any kind of reaction or the things that they say to you when, for example, you are not there for them versus when you're there for them? Ada tak perbezaan? Macam as a father, do you observe that?
Of course lah. Macam kalau kau kat situ, dia macam gini. Bagi aku kadang-kadang aku bilang Erna tau, kadang-kadang I tak ada bukan sebab kadang-kadang I tak ada. Kenapa? Sebab bila I tak ada, diorang akan perform kadang-kadang. And then dengan diorang punya macam they do better, bila aku balik aku tanya, there's a lot of stories to tell.
Correct.
Kalau-
And it's communication.
Of course. Kalau
Yeah.
aku selalu pergi, aku selalu support, you know, it's good at times kan. Tapi kalau selalu macam bila kau balik tak ada apa-apa, and then you tend to get angry with your kids. Macam
Yeah.
kenapa tadi macam gitu, I dah cakap dengan you kan macam gini kan.
Correct.
But bila tak ada, every positive things from your kid is there. Dia cakap, just now I pass the
And
ball.
dia bangga tau.
Dia bangga. Aku mendengar macam, is it? Wow, good job. You know. And then macam bagi aku macam gitulah. Macam that's a different thing lah. Macam kadang-kadang kau tak ada, tak apa. Tapi tak mula selalu kau tak ada kan. Yeah.
But you make it up with something else.
Correct.
Like a good talk between father and kids. Okay, sekarang kan tanya pasal parenting style. The one at home siapa? Who's the bad cop or who's the good cop?
Akulah bad cop. Tak lah, Erna lah bad cop. Dia kira bad cop pasal apa? Pasal she's a kira principal.
Yeah,
Kat-
disciplinarian.
Dia kira macam kau jangan sembarang-sembarang.
Dengan kau sekali kena
Dengan
disiplinkan.
sekali aku macam kadang-kadang aku macam balik Assalamualaikum. Tidur semua. Shh. Kira aku cakap kira aku ketakut tau.
Kau ketakut.
So Erna, yeah, she's a good mother. Macam aku cakap lah. So dia macam betul-betul disiplin budak-budak.
So
Dia kira,
kau is where the kids go for love. Macam kira macam can be chummy with daddy. That kind
yeah,
of thing.
macam boleh can have fun with daddy lah. Daddy,
kira
daddy,
macam,
you go
tapi
playground.
mak dia pandang daripada jauh.
Macam mak dia pandang. Tapi aku realise as they grow up, macam Mika dengan Dini dengan Iman, diorang dah grow up kan.
Yeah.
Diorang more to
The
mother. Sebab apa? You know, mother's love is different kan.
Of course.
Macam aku kira sekarang the opposite. Kalau yang diorang dah besar, dengan aku kena marah diorang.
Yalah.
Macam kau dah jangan macam-macam Kau tadi pergi apa? Kau pergi mana? Aku cakap kau sekolah balik. Kau tak payah macam gini. You know what if tapi Erna macam tak apa Bi, budak-budak biasalah diorang cakap. It's opposite. Tapi kalau kau kecil-kecil punya, Erna macam marah-marah, aku macam sayang-sayang.
Oh, macam reverse
So
roles.
it's gonna be reverse soon lah, you know.
Okay. So at this day and age kind of parenting, how important do you think? Because some parents kan, they still choose the macam aku bapa. There's no such thing as aku kawan kau. You know, whereby there also the other side of parents will be like, I am your father, but I'm also your friend. You can talk to me about anything. Sometimes they can even talk about their crushes and
Correct.
everything. So how important do you think at this age and time, macam tahun ni, macam 2024, as compared to dulu lah, zaman-zaman bapak kita, at this point of time, how important is it to have such kind of open communication with your kids, or is there like a boundary that they cannot cross?
Like I say, macam aku kena cakap lah, you know, every parents have different way of parenting.
Correct. And it's not wrong.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Whatever works.
Yeah. Kadang-kadang untuk kau punya family kau work, tak untuk aku tak works. Tapi for me, for the teenagers aku open dengan orang. So kalau macam aku nampak macam benda-benda macam tak elok, aku cakap don't do this. You know, kadang-kadang dini, especially abang-abang bola kata girlfriends here lah, girlfriends there lah. So aku bilang dia macam, you know, you can do all this, but jangan macam pecahkan hati seseorang perempuan ni, you know. Aku macam cakap dia, kau jangan keluar treat dengan respect, kau jangan macam tiba-tiba kau nak ajak dia keluar. Because why? Because I've been there. I know how these things are gonna be kalau kau tak jaga,
if tak manage.
Macam aku tak salahkan mak bapak aku macam tak jaga aku, you know, but mungkin diorang kurang kasih aku the attention.
Correct.
So aku macam kira wild sikit lah. Tapi
Wild boys lah kau.
Wild boys. Akulah wild boys. Stay kita dah. So bagi aku sekarang, it's aku nak kena ambil, macam aku learn from whatever it is lah. Because sekarang ni budak-budak kau tu, diorang very sensitive sikit-sikit mental health lah, sikit-sikit lah. Mak aku stress lah. Alamak bodoh lah mak bapak aku, tak guna things like that. But because bagi aku dunia dah upgrade lah. Kau tahu every year is different. Budak-budak
Pesat membangun.
Betul. Social media
Kita pakai ayat-ayat manja.
Pesat membangun.
Betul.
Yeah. So yalah, aku will give that macam aku kadang-kadang macam diorang tidur, bagi aku diorang masih muda, so aku will check their handphones. Erna will check their handphone. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, that kind of thing, whatever works for the family. Ada yang macam cakap, I don't macam look at my sons. But I think the reason why you are looking at it is to be present, to know like what the hell is going on with your kid's life.
Yeah.
And at least if you see something wrong, you can nip it in the bud. Maksudnya then kau boleh tegur. Kau boleh stop. Jangan terlambat.
Correct. Aku tak suka macam besok aku cakap. Kalau sekiranya dia hari tu buat salah, hari tu juga aku akan macam cakap. Pasal macam that's the thing also. Macam kalau kau cakap lambat-lambat budak-budak sekarang kan, dia kata, yesterday what?
Yesterday lah.
So it's different lah.
Correct. It's like the freshness of the issue itself lah. Okay, so that's the part masa kita berbual pasal parenting. And so that's another issue that aku, or rather another topic aku nak berbual dengan Hans. So it can be a bit touchy sikit, the topic. Tapi aku rasa it's good to have this topic with you sebab kita members.
Of course.
So it's like a tongue-in-cheek kind of topic whereby aku nak dengar pendapat kau dan aku very sure juga pendengar kat sana nak dengar topik ni, ataupun especially the local podcasters would probably want to hear about this.
Okay.
So kau tahu sekarang macam makin banyak podcast yang baru buka. Banyak gila. Okay. Dan tapi pada aku pula sekarang ada trend yang lagi satu, which is like banyak artis pun dah buka podcast. Okay. Pada satu ketika dahulu, just to share with you, like maybe like easily 2 or 3 years back, when this podcast scene baru nak start booms, or rather when OLG when diorang start macam 5 years ago, bila siapa-siapa yang ikut, diorang akan cakap ni nak sibuk-sibuk jadi artis, ataupun yelah diorang buka podcast pasal TV tak terima diorang, you know, that kind of thing. So you just want to be heard, and then you just finding your own platform, for example. But right now macam dah reverse. Now we see that artis pun dah buka podcast. So soalannya yang mungkin agak panas yang aku boleh tanyakan, kenapa artis pun dah buka podcast sekarang? Is it because tak cukup airtime on TV, or there's something that they see valuable in this that they want to do out of? What do you think? What's the reason of that?
Aku rasa artis yang buka podcast tu semua, maybe they have their own punya macam point of view lah.
Okay.
Aku talking about myself Kalau aku, macam aku dengan bro Fat aku kita buka tu bro stock ni sebab kita suka berbual.
Correct.
Kita suka cicit-cicit. Lagi-lagi Fat, dia kalau cakap panas.
Betul.
Dan aku kena control sikit situation.
Kau, I can see that on the podcast kau tukang manage. Kata, you're going too far, come back gitu.
So bagi aku, kita dah lama juga nak buat podcast ni.
Okay.
But kita try to learn from other podcasters also.
Okay.
Kita bukan learn bila diorang mistake. Kita want to kadang-kadang ambil apa yang diorang ada, to mungkin macam this is a skills So kita tak nak macam ni tak bagus kau tengok podcast tu kerabak, ni kejap lagi mesti tak ada. Kita macam tengok diorang macam OLG ni OG dia tengok apa yang buat diorang macam fly. Macam kau punya podcast macam emotional, how you bring your guest into that circle of macam mana dia
trust
boleh connect
emotions.
So all these korang kata pelajaran saya. Tapi artis ada kat luar sana juga buka suka-suka macam berbual, kira macam aku boleh maki apa kat podcast ni. Diorang ikut macam OLG kan. OLG kira the OGs lah. So macam lain orang lain. Tapi kalau nak buka podcast ni artis kat luar sana, make sure korang ada content lah. Jangan buang meripik lah.
Lain tau kalau kita cakap macam itu dengan Hans berbual macam itu. So I think that's a good point about having like a proper content to talk about, because sometimes aku rasa the misperception ataupun the misconception yang orang fikir is that it's just talking what. I can just talk about anything, you know. And especially maybe for some of them would be that I've been in the scene for so long, how difficult is it to talk?
Correct.
You know. But sometimes when the product is out,
correct,
and then you listen and then you compare from like someone with no media background,
correct,
versus someone having a media background, then you go that there's no depth somehow in that certain topics that they talk about. So, and then maybe because this is something that we talk about, so even within aku punya circle of the gang Dinel is what I call my listeners. So sometimes when we chat about things too, they did say that there are artisnya podcast and they really listen to, and they like to listen to because they miss these people on TV. So example, we two bros talk pasal dulu korang selalu every Monday on Manja.
Correct.
So bila macam dapat dengar korang yang celoteh, and then the energy is the same, so they feel macam it's like my Monday nights again lah, you know. So that's a good fresh thing. But that, like you said, there are also some other podcast yang macam mungkin artis yang buka macam how difficult is it to be. There's always that concept macam tak susah apa, and then when they start to do it, and then you be like, so where's the weight in it? You know. So correct. Aku like the part that you actually said about having proper learning points.
Correct. Pasal apa? Pasal aku berani cakap ni pasal aku experience dengan diri aku sendiri. You know, some people can host in front of the TV. Oh boleh, kata bahasa semua baik. But kau kasih dia mikrofon pergi live hosting atau buat wedding ke buat apa ke, diorang gugup tau. Diorang macam macam mana
is it ni? Because tak ada skrip yang membantu?
Correct. Pasal diorang dah ikut the skeleton lah. So they don't know how to write that macam
the whole storyline yourself.
Correct.
That's a good
so
point.
All that is based on experience. Bukan experience kau kat TV dah lama, bertahun-tahun kau host. Tak.
Correct.
Experience kat luar sana tu yang
outside,
important.
right?
Outside is very important.
I actually like that, and I'm not even going to fight it because I fully agree with apa Hans cakap. Cuma of course, you know, at the end of the day, when us podcasters come together and see this, of course I think it's a healthy competition.
Of course.
But also aku rasa for the existing podcasters, they'll be like, okay, here comes another new artist podcast. What is in store? Like for me personally, I always say usually on aku punya apps is that aku suka dengar podcast baru kerana I can always think that they are doing something different. I will not copy, but probably I will adapt some good ideas. I'm like, kenapa aku dah buat dah lama tapi aku tak dapat this idea? There's always something to learn, but there's also something to go like, nope, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to repeat this mistake. So it's I think a good reminder for all of us lah. Okay, so that is a good one. So actually so kalau kau tahu this tradisi for DNL, actually before kita end the show, kita kena sumbang suara. Tapi untuk kau punya case a bit special. Before kita get to sumbang suara, there is something that I wanna share with you. Kejap, aku tengah pakai handphone ni nak kena unlock.
Okay.
Which aku akan share this video also with, as in my edit with DNL the podcast. So aku cakap dengan kau pasal being present and all that. You will see the impact on your kids. I just thought you would be able to see now the impact that you have on your own kids. You can press play there.
Play sini.
Hello Daddy, just want to say that we are thankful to have a father like you who is hardworking, and even though your work is tiring, you always make up things that are fun for us to do at home, and you always make sure that we finish all the daily things we have to do at home for mommy before you leave for work. We see that.
Try to be at our events like my tug of war, or just being there, picking us up after school, going to the playground, giving some time to mommy if she needed to. And it's your love for mommy that makes you a great father.
Sometimes when you cannot be there for my football matches, of course I feel sad, Daddy. That's why I want to become a professional footballer, so that you and mommy can spend time together. Mommy cry, you know, when you go to work because she need you. But I appreciate your hard work and effort for us, for me and for mommy. We always doa for you to be protected by Allah because your work is dangerous. Thank you, Daddy. You always make our outings fun and memorable. Thank you. Goodbye. Love you, Papa. Love you, Papa.
Good one lah this one.
Good one,
So very good lah this one. Tisho sokam Haiya.
So aku just nak katakan that throughout the whole session
Good
yang
one
tadi kita berbual, tak ada satu benda pun yang anak kau tak sebut.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yep.
Like whatever he shared, like it was basically bila kau berbagi tu, aku terfikir, it sounded exactly what the kids are saying. So that means there's consistency dalam apa yang kau buat, yang kau rasa ini apa buat dan anak-anak kau actually nampak. So despite yourself being a young dad to 7 kids, I think you're doing a good job. Keep going, brother. Pasal aku tahu it's not easy macam kita living in Singapore, the cost of living and everything, but I think you're doing a good job. Kalau ada orang kat sana cakap, yalah tu memang tanggungjawab sebagai bapa. Not everyone can be a father. Okay, not everyone can be a man to their own kids and their wife. But pada aku, when I see something good and it's validated, especially by what your kids say, as a friend, I'm very proud to call you like my brother. Then keep going what you do because you see how your efforts didn't go unnoticed by your little kids.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
Thank you lah sis.
Hans nangis guys dekat podcast Dinner the podcast.
Jalan lah jarak aku nangis tau.
Dah hati batu guys, dah hati
aku
batu.
hati kering sikit.
Jadi kau kena standby, lepas ni kau nak nyanyi.
Oh,
Jadi
okay.
seperti mana yang kita cakap, the tradition of Dinner the podcast, sebelum balik dia punya guest kena nyanyi. Jadi kita dengarkan
Alright.
jingle ini.
Ini kalau kau dah kira ni kalau tak tu ni yang tak kisah nyanyi. Kau nyanyi dengan aku kan?
So kita dah kasih Hans sometime touch up dekat mata dia sikit kan.
Sekarang kau jadi judge. Aku rasa nak kena berdiri ya, pasal aku kena.
Diam lah.
Okay, dengan aku Rela ku menunggumu 1000 tahun lama lagi. Tapi benarkah hidup aku kan selama ini? Yes, yes. Biar berputar utara selatan, ku tak putus harapan, sedia setia. Okey lah.
Okay lah, boleh lah kan. Not so bad lah.
Okay, berapa markah Dan? Okay,
10 ada berapa? 50. Tapi kan orang cakap kalau nyanyi lagu ni tak nyanyi chorus tak boleh tau.
Okay. Kau nyanyi aku tak sangat lagu ni.
Kau yakin
Tak perlu malu
ini cinta, adakah engkau pasti untuk selama-lamanya. Masukkan kau ni advertisement tu.
Jangan lupa, hai, saya Hans Hamid. Jangan lupa undi saya di rancangan Sumbang Suara Saya. Nombor semua tertera di sini. Dan kalau boleh, please guys, vote for me. Please guys, thank you.
Okay guys, dengan itu kita akhiri recording pada minggu ini bersama Hans Hamid. Hans, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Aku had so much fun having you. Dan aku rasa best dapat buat Hans Hamid nangis.
Yeah.
So thank you so much brother for coming.
Thank
Dan InsyaAllah mungkin in future kita can have some other collaborations again, because aku kan sekarang seorang. Jadi bila topik-topik best kan adalah cari member-member to cover kan.
Panggil aku.
Okay. So guys, thank you for tuning into the another podcast. Kita jumpa lagi minggu hadapan.
Bye.
Kalau korang belum follow Two Bros Talk, ada on IG kan.
Ikut memang boleh.
Memang biar je. Dan on Spotify please do follow them. Dengar podcast orang, kasih diorang good rating. At the same time, if you like what you hear on the end of the podcast, go into the Spotify app dan kasih kita 5 bintang. Kalau tak suka apa yang kita perbualkan, DM me and I'll get to the root of the matter dan aku akan perbetulkan. Kalau tak, kasih je 5 bintang dekat kita punya Spotify. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys. See you soon. Bye.